Hey, thanks for joining me today. Today is going to be a fairly strong flow, working a lot on the core. It'll be short, but fairly difficult building strength throughout. So we'll begin lying on our back and work from there. Alright, as we find ourselves lying on the mat, let's begin to press our right heel into the ground, lifting our left leg up. You can bend the knee if that suits you best, or you can bring that foot straight up towards the sky. Maybe that's enough effort for you. If you want to continue to challenge yourself, we're going to reach the hands towards the toes, bringing the head and the neck off the mat. We're going to grab the hands, clasp them together, point through the indexes, and then lean the hands over to the outside of the left leg, stretching long through the right leg, tall through the left, holding for a few breaths. Switching sides. We're going to drop the left heel down to the mat. We could bring our arms into goalpost arms. Release the tension out of the core. We're going to press into that left heel, reaching the right foot up towards the sky. You can take any variation you did on the other side. Then we're going to reach the hands, point the fingers to the outside of that right foot. Stretch the legs long, activating the core. Hips are both upon the mat. Curl up ever slightly more, leading with the chest. Head and neck will follow. Let's now slowly drop the right leg, bring our hands back into goalpost. Just giving the core a break for a moment. Now, if you have a strap, you can grab that. We're going to do a slight hamstring stretch. You could just take the variation we just had, or potentially lift the left leg up off the mat. Foot goes straight up to the sky. You could hook that left foot with the strap, grabbing both sides. We're now going to bring that left shin towards the face. As we do so, our upper body is curling up towards that left leg. Right leg is stretching out still. Right heel can be lifted off the mat, or for stability, you can keep it on. And this might just be the first practice you're doing this day, so you can take this as gently as you'd like. This is going to be a very active pose, very active practice. You can even point those right toes as you begin to bring that left leg closer towards your face. Lifting the shoulders a little higher off the mat. Now when we release the leg, let's hold it in the sky just for a few moments. Reach it high, reach it tall. Really feel that strength and that stability of the hips, leading the length out of that left leg, pressing up towards the sky through that heel. Now let's lower slowly that left leg, remembering to maintain breath, really activating the core. steady flow of breath. Left heel drops. Let's really release the tension of the abs. Inhale deeply and then let it all go. Taking a breath before we go back into tension. Pressing into that left heel, right foot comes off the mat, it reaches high to the sky. You're gonna hook that foot with the strap, potentially even grab onto that foot with the hands or maybe the back of the shin. And then begin to reach your head closer towards that foot as we pull the leg closer towards your body. Acknowledging the press through the left leg as it reaches out. And the upper body is more so curling towards that left foot. Keeping that right leg in alignment. It's not going to one side or the other. Keep it nice and tall. Stretching deeply through that back side of that leg. Keeping the core active. Maybe bring the shoulders up a little higher. Steady, strong breath. We're doing a lot of active poses, but there'll always be breaks in between. So as we release the strap of the foot, we hold the foot high towards the sky. We could release the crown of the head down, relax the neck. Right foot, right leg still is up towards the heavens, stretching long through the leg. As we keep the core active, we begin to lower that right leg down towards the mat, staying strong in the core. Maintaining consistent breath. Right foot reaches the mat. Let's reach our arms out into goalpost. Breathe deeply and sigh it out, letting go of the tension. Awesome. Now, we're going to plant our hands on the outsides of our hips. Really get a strong plant in those palms. And with the activation of the core, we're going to bring our lower back towards the mat, lifting our heels off the mat. You can press into the palms of the hands. Shoulder blades are still on the mat. Then we're going to reach those legs up towards the sky. Straight legs reaching high and tall. Hands are planted on the mat. We're now going to grasp the hands together. Point the fingers to the outside of the left leg. We're going to lower the right leg now. Not to the mat, but just above. We're raising it back up to meet the left leg. Let's point the fingertips to the other side. Left leg lowers. Just to hover right above the mat. And we begin to bring it up to meet the right. Let's point the fingers to the other side. We're going to do this one more time. Right leg goes down towards the mat. We bring it up. Last side, point the fingers to the outside of the right. The left leg goes down to a hover right above the mat. Feel free to bend the knee if you need to do so. And bring the left leg up. Keeping them up towards the sky, we're going to reach our hands up over the head. Really press through those hips down towards the bottom of the mat. Then press those heels up towards the sky. With both feet reaching high to the sky, we're going to now lower both of them at the same time. We're going to hold hovering above the mat. Press strong into the palm of the hand. Lower back is drawing towards the mat. Bring the heels back to the sky. Pressing into the palm of the hand for support. We're going to do that one more time. Heels begin to lower slowly towards the mat, just above a hover, sucking the lower back towards the ground, pressing out through those heels. Shoulders are on the mat. Holding steady in the breath. We raise the feet towards the sky. Arms come into goalpost. You could bend the knees if you'd like, or keep the heels stretched high. So now reach your hands towards the toes, lifting our head and neck off the mat, drawing our shoulders up as well. Let's bend the knees, coming up into low boat, holding for a few moments before taking a quick breather. Lower the heels down, plant the hands behind you, broaden the shoulders. We come into a reverse tabletop, lift the hips high to the sky, press into the palms, press into the feet. This is a moment to give the front core, front of the body a little breather, nice relaxing posture here. We're still activating the back side of the body, keeping it strong. It's a good trade-off though. Nice little break for the front half before switching off to the other side. Lower the hips down, broaden the shoulders, stretch tall through the crown of the head. We're now lift the heels off the mat, coming back into low boat. Stretch the hands out in front of you. If you need a little support, you can always press those fingertips down to your sides. Remember, it is always beneficial to add a challenge. We're going to come down into low boat. Lower back briefly touches the mat. The legs stretch long. Going back into high boat pose. Just a little breather in between those positions. We come down one more time. Low boat. Back to high boat. Holding for a few breaths before we catch another break. We drop the heels down, hands plant behind us, coming into reverse tabletop. Really activating the back body. Just trading off that work to the other side. We're going to lower the hips now down towards the heels. Let's point our toes out to the outsides of the mat. Crawl our hands forward. We're coming into yogi squat. Stretch long and tall. The core might be cramping up just slightly. If so, you could come out of the position and just come into a standing pose. Find yourself in a mountain, Tadasana. Prayer hands at the heart. Just take a moment to allow the tension to release. find a sense of calm. We're going to continue to work the core through this practice with a similar structure. It'll be very intense, and then we'll find a slight break. We're going to move it towards the other side, however. So if you're standing, come into a plank position. You can flow through a vinyasa if you desire, or if you're with me in a yoga squat, we're going to plant our hands down, step back, plank pose. From plank, we activate the core, finding our long spine. The line is coming out of the crown of the head. The palms are planted fully. The biceps are rotating to face each other. Shoulders are broad. Pelvis is tucked slightly as the core is activated. We're now lower slowly. Just hovering above the mat. Hold for a moment. Really activate the core. Then coming back up very slowly. So you reach the top. I'm going to drop the left side of that left foot down, coming into side plank. There's your breather. There's your break, switching from the core to the side of the body. Right hand comes down, back to plank pose. Take a breath, lower slowly down to a hover. Coming back up, plank position slowly. Switching sides, right foot drops down, reach the left arm to the sky, side plank. Left hand comes down, find ourselves in plank position. We're going to lower down slowly to the hover. Hold the hover, and if you can, bring the left knee towards the left elbow. Switch sides, right knee towards right elbow. One more time, left knee, left elbow. Right knee, right elbow. And let's come back slowly to plank. Dropping the knees, sitting back, child's pose. Nice little release of tension of the upper body. Coming back to breath awareness. Let's roll forward. We're now going to plant our elbows down. Hands could come into a prayer, or you could plant the palms face down on the mat. Whatever works for you. Coming into low plank. Long line through the core, out of the crown. Pelvis is tucked, core is activated. From here, we're going to practice a Kalabati skull shining breath technique to activate the core. This is a rapid inhale and exhale through the mouth. So let's start by inhaling deeply. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And just continue doing that for a few moments. Begin to slow it down. From here, we'll come into a high plank. Plant the left palm, plant the right. Let the hips reach up, downward facing dog. Nice breather. Coming close to the end of the practice. Just flowing through a few more strong poses for ending relaxation. Let's roll forward into plank pose. You might want to broaden your feet for this one, a little bit wider than hip distance. We're going to alternate the hands. Right hand touches left shoulder. Left hand touches right shoulder. We continue alternating side to side, maintaining the best we can a strong center body, strong core. Hips should maintain equal distance from the mat. Just walking the hands side to side. Attempting to stay straight as possible. When the hands plant, acknowledge the entirety of the palm touching the mat surface. Almost there. Just keep walking the hands, remembering to stay steady and firm. A couple more times. Coming back to plank pose. We'll lower down slowly to a hover. Coming back up once. We'll lower down all the way to the bottom of the mat. Coming into cobra pose probably feels amazing. Pressing into the tops of the feet. Release the shoulders tension. If you want to join me, we could come into a high cobra. Maybe walking the fingertips out in front of us slightly. Protecting the lower back with the glutes flexed. If there's any pain, avoid going deeply into this posture. Flexing the calves, the thighs, the glutes, then a gentle bend through the spine. Breathing deeply. Let's lower the left shoulder, coming into a twisted cobra flow. As we come back up, lower the right shoulder. Coming up, lower left. Coming back up, lower right. Switching side to side, you might notice the forearms beginning to burn slightly as they do maintain an entire full plant of the palm upon the mat. Feel the burn, allow it to be. Acknowledge it as something that is not harming you. Well, in a way it is, but eventually will create more strength. So it is a beneficial pain, a beneficial growth. Alright, let's come back to center. Lower the chest down. Hands reach out to our sides. We create tense with the fingertips. Then begin to open the chest to the left the best you can. Then drop the head, look up to the right side, pressing into those fingertips. The thighs are slightly off the ground because you're flexing those. And we're switching sides, looking up over the left side. Switching sides, looking up over the right. Coming back to center. Plant the hands to our side, coming into a full upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. Alright, good work. That was the final difficulty of the practice. I'm going to walk our feet towards the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press into the feet, reach high to the sky. Exhale, palms to heart center. Just take a moment with your eyes closed and allow all that tension in the upper body to just drain down. Allow me to leave you, enter into the earth below you. Coming light. From here, let's reach the hands high. Do a slight back bend, just really opening up that core, the front upper body. And then straightening out the spine, the hands come to our sides. We're going to do a gentle forward fold from here. So let's bring our right leg, step it back, come into a wide-legged stance. Toes are facing towards the right side of the mat. We bring our hands back up to the sky, reaching high. And then exhale, gentle forward fold. The hips might be fairly tight. We really didn't work too much of those. We're just going to add this forward fold at the end of the practice just to, loosen up that lower body and let the upper body just drain. Allow it to waterfall out. With every exhale, if there's any tension left in the upper body, just allow it to release. Allow yourself to let go. If your core is tense, maybe come into a flat back. Experience a few breaths before going deeper into the forward fold. Just find that still vibration, that calming sense in the mind. Coming back into a flat back, pressing into the feet. Get heel toe the feet in a little closer if they're further apart. And bend the knees slightly, coming back up high. Exhale, palms to heart center. Heel toe the feet in just a little bit more. Toes are going to point out towards your sides. We're going to squat deeply.
finding a horse stance. Spread the arms wide into a T. And just briefly holding this lower body exercise. Really feel the tension in the lower body. Activating the legs, just setting them on fire. Maybe allow the hips to go a little deeper as the upper body reaches a little bit further back, broadening the shoulders and reaching the hands. Toes are planted on the mat. The knees are not falling in, but they're widening out to your sides, as if they're attempting to chase the hands that are reaching further. Press into the feet, coming up with the hands, reaching high and tall. Then exhale, hands to heart center. Good work. Take another breath here. Maybe rock the hips side to side, allowing any tension just to be released. Awesome. We're going to step to the front of the mat. Inhale once more, reach high, bend back slightly, and then exhale, hips come down to the mat. We're coming into our final Shavasana. If you want to do a spinal twist, feel free to do so. Or you can just lower the body slowly down to the mat. Until we find ourselves comfortably laying upon the ground. From here, let's just mentally scan throughout our body, recognizing if there's any more tension left. And with every exhale, allow it to be released. Acknowledging that you've reached the end of a long climb. Now, as if you've reached the summit, enter into that blissful state of rest. Knowing here you don't have to go down. You've reached the end. You may stay there as long as you like, or we could make our way up to a final seat.
close out the practice. I thank you for continuing through that practice. It got very difficult at certain times, but through the pain, we'll find the growth that we were looking for. And we'll find that that growth will eventually aid us in the things to come. It is a benefit that is needed and only comes through a struggle. I wish you well, and thank you. Namaste.